Hello, I'm Julia Huettner, Professor for English Language Education at the University of Vienna. I previously worked at the University of Southampton, where I created the digital resource called VELTE, or Videos for English Language Teacher Education, which is freely available and which I'd like to present today. The following video will briefly explain what's on offer in the resource and show you some examples of how I and other people have used the resource in language teacher education. The video resources for English language education, or VELTE, are freely available online, and you can see the URL here, www.southampton.ac.uk/VELTE. As you can see in the tabs, it's not only the EFL lessons that you can see, but also a little bit about myself and my team, some general information about observation, news and contacts. What's very important to note is that while VELTE is freely available for teacher educators and student teachers, you do have to register. If you go to the website, you can download a registration form and return it to velte@soton.ac.uk as a PDF, and you will be issued a code. This code will allow you to access videos. So without the code, you can see all the information that's on the website, but if you try to view one of the videos, you get an error message like the one here. With the code, you can access the video without any problems. The key features of VELTE are that it shows full-length videos of ELT classrooms, so usually about 90 minutes in length. While the videos are edited for sound and picture quality, they are not edited for content. This leaves it open to the teacher, educator, or student teachers to choose which aspects of the very complex classroom reality they want to focus on. So what are the advantages of using video? Well, one is that it allows for a better dialogue between teacher, educator and student teachers, as all of them have access to the same classroom reality. It gives the possibility to pause and review, so to be very attentive to specific aspects of one class. And it gives you access to a diversity of classrooms, which might be quite different from the ones that you or your student teachers are familiar with. But let's see what some students who used VELTE have to say about the resource. Was there anything you found particularly helpful about kind of working with a video?
A video is definitely a great way to look at a teacher's practices, as I said before, because it's possible to watch it several times. Mm-hmm. If you are at the back of a class without any recordings, you can't look at everything at the same time, but working with the video is really good because then you can go backwards and observe the same lecture for different things. So once you could look at the teachers and students interaction, once you could have a look at how the teachers move, how he or she uses the blackboard and things like that. So it's possible to watch the video several times with a different objective in mind each time.
The fact that I liked a lot, it was that it was real life lessons and they weren't just a performance that I could find in a course book, in a CD of a course book.
Yeah, okay. And so was there anything specific that you found helpful about this?
Yes, kind of I liked it a lot because I have done observations. I am a teacher and I observed a lot of lessons of my colleagues in my school, but I have never had the possibility to video record them. Yeah. So using a video, it was really, really helpful because I could watch a lot of times the same scene and understand better what it has been done. It wasn't just my first impression.
So just to show how I integrate this resource in my own teaching, one of the videos I used and also put online what I did with it. It's a pre-intermediate class taught in the UK as an ESL classroom for 16 plus, so students aged 16 plus. As you can see on the page for the specific lesson, you have a bit of information. You can find out which materials were used, and you've got a YouTube video that the teacher used in her own class, which is in the public domain. And then I have shared here what I did with my own, in this case, experienced student teachers, which is to look at the use of videos in the language classroom. So as you can see here, there are some pre-task questions or pre-activity questions, so some discussion points for working with a partner, which students did in one of the workshop sessions. And they were asked to view a section of the video, so about 20 minutes on their own before coming to the follow-up class. And I think what is very important for me, and a big advantage of videos, is that it allows, because student teachers can view the same resource again, they can look at what the teacher does, so we can see how the teacher prompts a specific student statement, and then I can also look at kind of how many students are actually engaged, what are the student answers.
Well, I've used it in two kinds of course. In courses at master's level on teaching methodology, the language curriculum and language teaching methodology. And there it demonstrates, and in particular, the role of the teacher, the agency of the teacher, the way the teacher manages interaction, uses materials, augments materials. So it's a very rich resource of the diversity of answers to those questions in the methodology area. The second area is in language teacher education courses, particularly for more experienced teachers who are preparing to adopt a role in teacher education or as teacher mentors. And there they take a more evaluative stance and they think, what is positive here, what we are seeing, what is an area for development, how is this working in terms of connecting with students, what can we say about the teacher's response to the student's response to a certain activity or materials. So that use is a particularly rich area to work on, and VELTE hits the spot.
We had a teaching EAP course that we had for some teachers who were planning to teach on the pre-sessional. So I used it on a couple of the sessions on how to manage interaction, but also we looked at different aspects. We watched video clips and we looked at different aspects, and I got I developed sort of exercises around it for the participants on the course to sort of discuss how the teacher managed certain aspects of the teaching.